Innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne show, Voice of the Neutral. The AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible, despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne show, Voice of the Neutral. The AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible, despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne show, Voice of the Neutral.
Hello family, are you looking for you to invest in the property? Hello family, are you looking for you to invest in the property currently now in Abuja, Karishi? This is an opportunity for you to get a 400 square meter of property which is going for 700,000 naira right here in Karishi. And so for you to be able to enjoy this very particular promo, I want to encourage you for you to use my promo code, which is the Afropolitan Apostle, and you will get a 50,000 naira discount on the first 10 people that will be buying this very particular product. If you are not located in Nigeria, or probably you are outside of Nigeria and you want to be able to participate on this, please, I want to encourage you. I want you to use the number that is currently on the screen for you to call the office and tell them that you want to use the promo code, and they will do everything possible in making sure that you get your land. And so with that being said, what you will get when you buy the property from Ethan Gold Estate is, number one, you will get your deed of assignments, you will get your power of attorney, and currently the land already has what we call the R of O, which is known as right of occupancy. So which means it's 100% secured investment, 500% return on your investment if you are willing to keep your land and making sure that at the end of the time you have good returns in your investment. Remember, if you are doing this investment and you want to buy the land, it's going currently now for 700,000. But if you use my promo code, which is known as the Afropolitan Apostle, you then get 50,000 discount from that. Why must you invest? It's the fact that it's a fast-growing environment. It's literally 15 minutes from the Karishi main town. So which means a lot of development is currently happening in that space. People are fast moving to that very particular area. And from what I gather and visiting that very particular place, literally limited space available. So literally this product is first come, first serve. And I want to say this, at Ethan Gold Estate, We are good at marketing your product, making sure that your investment for product blossom and you get good return on your investment. We also advise you on the terms of investment to do when it comes to property. And maybe for you watching this, you have a land or a house you want to sell. I want to encourage you. Why don't you talk to Ethan Gold Estate, and they'll be able to facilitate a good deal with you and to get your product out there. Always remember, Ethan Gold Estate is a proud sponsor of the AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you. All right, family, welcome again to another amazing time right here on the AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe. This is the online version, and I believe that you all are blessed and are doing well. And I want to appreciate every one of you who have made it possible for us, especially the team that are currently behind the scene, making sure that all of this it's been recorded properly, and also for you to get good sounds and also to be able to get good quality. I appreciate every one of you and thank you so much for joining us. And for those of you who are currently watching us live, I want to thank you for coming on board. And those of you who will be watching later on in the day, I understand it's Friday and many of us were trying to relax. I think somebody was sending me a message and saying that, D, you need to understand that your country time zone and our country time zones are both different. We need to find a good time, but we'll watch later on. So for you, thank you so much to my South African family. I see all of you. I see your message. I see your comments. And thank you very much for sending those very particular message and comments. We will try as much as possible to find a way on how to balance these time zone issues. It's still a bit of a challenge for us now, but we will do what we can to get it up and running. For those of you who are watching, please, you can give me a sign for me to know that you can listen to me clearly, that all the signs are doing, I mean, the sounds are doing very well. Then we will take it up from this very particular space and get into the business of the day. Just pop me a message and let me know that you can hear me, and we will continue the show immediately because I don't want to talk only for me to understand that the sound is not going well. So just check and let me know, and then we'll continue the show for the day right here on the AfriOne show, broadcasting live from Abuja, Nigeria. Let me know if you can listen to me, and then we can then continue our show. The numbers for you to call us as we go along on the show remains the same, which is 081 I'll repeat again, 081 The number currently that is beneath my name, the Afropolitan Apostle, that's the number to use to communicate with us on this very particular show as we go along on the things that we do. I'm still waiting for signs and for me to know that we are good to go so that we then run the show in fast speed and just to make sure that everything is working trust farm. All right, somebody let me know, somebody let me know, somebody let me know if my sound is good. If you're watching and my sound is fine, please let me know. I'm still looking at my thing. Can somebody give me a sign that what is going on live there is good? Okay. I've just been told that what is going on live is good. So let's go. My countdown begins, and so I can then be able to finish these in the proper time. Like I said, the number from Nigeria is 081 That's the number for us to communicate. But please understand, this is not now you will call when it's left the remaining 30 minutes to go. I'll let you know when you start begin to call in, and then you can then engage. But for now, I want to put the conversations which is currently pressing based on the Nigerian ecosystem of things, and also most importantly, also with some of us as Africans who are doing business. Many of us are still struggling in terms of navigating from being a hustler into the space where we become an entrepreneur. Like I rightly says that starting as a hustler or pinpointing a certain solution is not a problem, but the ability for you to shift from being a hustler into an entrepreneur is what make the huge difference. And that's exactly what we want to look today. Remember yesterday, I think on Wednesday, we did a bit of a brief. And for those of you who are online family, we are going to try as much as possible for us to communicate that a bit, just to give you an icing of what happened on Wednesday. Then from there today, we are going to be looking into something that I have structured in terms of scaling your business, what you need to know in terms of scaling, and also in terms of positioning your business to attract investor. There's some certain companies that will not invest in your business based on the structure of how your business currently operates. A lot of companies are looking for, or probably a lot of funders or probably investors are looking for companies that have structure. At the moment, for us in Nigeria, we're still struggling with that dichotomy in balancing how our structure of our business would look like. And so, because of that, we're going to be looking into that. I see some of your calls coming in. Please and please, we will talk these in terms of picking your call later so that you don't feel bad that we're not picking it now because the team, they want me that let's finish our conversations, then we then do the WhatsApp call, I mean, the whole call kind of stuff. So, what we discussed here on Wednesday, we says that there are two different kind of mindset in terms of pushing from being a hustler into a, for lack of a better word, a 500, a Fortune 500 company. And one of the things we look into on Wednesday is the fact that every hustle has a seed of real business. Every hustle has a seed of real business. And so for that to happen, there are two things that we must be able to do in our mind, which is a mental shift kind of structure, which is number one, we have to shift from survival, which is the hustling kind of mental, into a visionary, which is the entrepreneurship kind of mindset. And so quickly, what we look into on Wednesday, I'm just going to be fast at this so that I can cover the next segment of what we want to discuss today. So we say is that we have two kind of mindset. We have a survivor mindset and a visionary mindset. A survivor mindset. What is a survivor mindset? These are mindsets that are rooted in urgency. They are rooted in pressure and also in fear. It is just all about getting by. I just want to do this quickly and get by. And so many of them, they don't look beyond their now. They just want to do the business or probably find an opportunity and do this, and after then they are gone. They don't focus on the next 5 years, the next 10 years. This business I'm about to do, how will it look like in the next 20 years from today? So that is the thing about survivor mindset. So which means all you're looking for is, I just want to eat today. They are not looking forward in terms of making sure that that system fits the next generation. I just want to eat today, or probably they follow what is trending. Remember, we're talking about survivor mindsets. They only follow what is trending. They just want to eat today, and they will tell you, "I want to try anything that brings me money." You can't try everything that brings you money, and yet you want somebody to invest in that everything. You must be able to find something that works and something that you've been able to put system, which is what we're going to be talking later on, system and structure around such narratives. And also we see that the survivor mindset, they tell you this: if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I move to the next. No business actually gets funding from that kind of mindset. If it works, it works. If it works, I'm going to move on and stuff. We at AfriOne, we have succeeded in creating our craft in such a way whereby we know that this is what we want to do. We have discovered the pain point, and we're not here to say if it works, it works. Even also, we are going to move. I remember I was just talking a few minutes ago before this live starts, and I was saying to the video guy, and I said to him, I think we need to start coming up with content that will literally begin to make it look like a movie vibes and stuff, to literally share our vision. Because why? It has to work. We are not moving from here to now tomorrow and start becoming a football club to say one football club. No, that's not where we are going. We are all about bridging the divide. We're all about empowering small business for them to become business that is investable, and also for them to be able to expand and scale their businesses into different African country or probably even outside of the continent. And so that is the thing. And so for that of a survivor mindset, this fourth thing sticks to their head. But now let's look quickly into the ones who are visionary mindset. What do they do? Number one, they look at a concept of what am I building for the next 5 to 10 years? If you look at your business now, do you have the capacity for you to say, this business, I'm building something for the next 5, I'm building something for the next 10, or it's just, let me just go and try and see, and if I make it, I make it. If not, I bounce. What am I building for the next 5 years? Another thing again, a visionary mindset or an entrepreneurial look. What problem am I solving sustainably? What problem am I solving? For us as everyone, we're solving the gap between entrepreneurship seeking funding or getting funding and investment into their business at this level where we are. That's why our seed support, in which we give of 50,000, is to meet that very particular divide and to bridge that gap, and also to help you package your business, because most times it's not even about the money. It's about packaging your business in such a way where you can then be able to attract bigger investment or investors coming into your business. Because it cannot see, let me say, a 50,000, to be very honest, cannot take your business from where it is now to a 500, Fortune 500 kind of level. There is a level that your 50,000 can do. There is a level literally that 500,000 can do. And there's a level where $1 million can literally do. So for us, we are saying to you that is the fact that what problem is your business solving? Number three, in terms of a visionary mindset, is the fact that what do I want to become in the industry? What do I want to become? And this also applies to individuals and also to corporate organization. You must be able, I like saying to my team, you must be able to get to the point where you fire yourself at least, no matter how long you stay in that company, next 20 years or 30 years, you must be able to fire yourself. And that's one of the things I like about the founding owner of Aluko Dangote, yeah, that's the name, which is Dangote Group of Company. Currently now, he employed a white person. He fired himself as a CEO and got a white person to run his organization. I know a lot of Nigerians are complaining that, so you want to tell us that black cannot do it. You want to tell us this, and I see all your shouts and stuff. I'm a businessman. I will look for the longevity and also the legacy I want to build. And chances are he has done that, but he noticed that the white person will take this because at the end of the day, he's a private owner. He is not employed by government to focus on the black people, but he's a business person who investors, they've already invested in his business and the stakeholders in his business must be able to pack share. I know you will say that you need 500,000, but if I ask you 500,000 that you need, can I get a 10% stake of your 500,000 in your company? Is it possible? If I look at your business, can I see that okay, there are restrictions coming in? I can see that you have tested the product. I can see where the money is coming from. If I can't find that, or if an investor cannot find that, it's hard for them. It's hard. And finally, you need to ask yourself as a vision mindset is how do I create a brand that people can trust? Trust is the game. Hear me, trust is the game. You cannot be able to create a brand if people cannot trust your brand. If you cannot, people must be able to trust your brand. We can see currently now where a lot of people don't want to buy your business or they don't want to do business with you, not because your idea is not good, not because you did not package the product properly, but your ability to deliver the product at a certain level with a certain excellence and a dexterity, it's a problem. And so people know that you promise, if we read your profile of your business at the moment now, you promise that when we make an order, maybe for example, you're selling shoe, that when we make an order and you said, and in the next 3 days, I will get the shoe. But after 5 days, I'm still calling you for the shoe. That is the trust problem. After 5 days, I'm sorry, I will push to get my shoe, even though it's going to take me 1 week or 1 month, but I bet you I will not come back and do business again with you because you have destroyed the trust of your brand. And most African business, literally, we have a problem of building trust around our brands. For example, we as AfriOne, we are committed that, okay, every Friday, we are going to be here live by 2 p.m. for us to talk on the Armed Forces Radio. It's going to be by 7 p.m. every Wednesday. We committed to it. And if anything happened that is beyond our control, we will communicate. We will. As a matter of fact, what brought about this very particular live on Friday is because of what happened on a Wednesday. We're like, okay, we need to quickly create what's it called, a plan B, so that in case if we don't get it on Wednesday, we get it on Friday. How fast are you to develop a plan B concerning your business? Where the client who needs to get the business, the client who needs to enjoy the services or the product you are rendering, how far can you be able to switch immediately for you to be able to get that? And so with that being said quickly, because I really am pushing for time, I could see that my team, they literally put a stop clock on my head. And so I need to make sure that at least we stick to that very particular time so that you all can go do your business. And so now let's look at what I've titled business model and structure. Business model and structure, which means the blueprint for turning your hustle into a real business. And hear me, after this conversation is over, let me say this. I may not be able to give you everything that you will need because each businesses have its own different what you call system that will make them scale. But for now, I'm just going to be able to give you a generic point. And so in the generic point, what you will then do is this. If you want to consult, the number that is currently available on the screen, you can call the number, book an appointment. Obviously, it's a consulting and it's going to attract a fee. Let's look at your business and see how to help your business grow. Because whether you like it or not, you cannot make your business grow on its own without you seeking assistance or probably getting a second opinion about what you are doing. That's the place where counselors, mentors, coach, they all come into that very particular place to help you see what you are not seeing. For example, as I'm doing this very particular place, there is something that the team behind they are seeing and they are telling me that I cannot see. And so the same thing also applies to you currently. So now, what are the blueprints in turning your side hustle into an entrepreneur? Number one is the fact that you must do what we call develop a business model. You must develop a business model. And what is a business model? Is how your business makes money, delivered values, and keep growing. I'll repeat it again. A business model is how your business makes money. Now, hear me, it's not just about making money, but delivering of value. Why should I come back and buy product from your hand? If you cannot give me value for the product that you are selling, then which means you are out of business. And now this is where it then becomes interesting. Investors want to see how you keep making money because they are going to give you that $50,000, that $100,000. They are not perturbed about how fancy your idea is. At the end of the day, for an investor, their mindset is the fact that they want to see how they will keep making money from you. You will say that they are taking advantage of you. Yes, you too, you are taking advantage of their money. Because sometimes many people see these VCs as if we are guys who just want to come and take where we did not sow. We sow, we gave you money, and we are expecting 100% return in our investment. So, because of that, we want to see if your business is making money. The reason why an average entrepreneur is not attracting funding is because probably your business model is not strong. It is not strong. And so you must be able to say, okay, fine, in developing your business model, how am I going to make money? What values am I going to deliver? How do I keep growing the business? And now, in answering that part, there are three things you must consider. Is number one, what am I selling? What are you selling? Are you selling a product or are you offering the services? For example, for us as AfriOne, we offer services, we don't sell a product. For instance, you can't find me waking up in the morning and say that, okay, fine, we're selling this product because this is a what you call a diary, and so it's a product. So we don't separate, but we offer services. What we're currently doing right now, we are giving you value for your time. So it's a service. And so if you then want to scale from the service, that is a way you must be able, we as a team, we have put in place to be able to make investors see that these are the services we're offering. These are the way the investors will make his money. These are the way we are making money out of the system so that it then become a reoccurring strategy. I remember I was talking to a particular young man who was in my office, and we are just both talking about his business, and he was making me to understand his eco business. And I said to him, I said, "See, I hear your ideas. The speed at which you deliver is also very slow. Number one, number two, you have done this first material and stuff, but we don't have a master class for it." I said, in one business or in that one product, there is three channels you can then use to make sure that there is a reoccurring money coming if an investor would want to come for your business. That's the advantage of when you consult. So, number one is what are you selling? Is it a product or a services? Then, number two, this is where it becomes interesting. Who are you selling to? Now, you can say I'm selling fried rice and chicken, but who are you selling to? Not everybody eats fried rice and chicken. You must be able to understand that. Who are you selling to indirectly? Who are your target market? We must be able to streamline our business to target. For example, as a Christian, or probably for those of us who are sitting as the apostleship or pastors in our business, what's going on in our church? Every church has a target market. I can tell you point blank. Every church has a target market. There's some certain church that, hey, what I want to say may put me in trouble. There's some certain church that literally attract those who are sick. There's some certain church that attract those who are wealthy. There's some certain church that attract those who have middle class. So even your church is literally selling a product or selling the services that the members are looking for. So sometimes I remember a pastor and I were talking. I said, see, when you find your members leaving your church, don't blame the members. Check what they need. Be quick to check what they need because we live in a fast-paced generation. People's brain are working fast. The message you are preaching currently, they can go to AI and get all of that message in 5 seconds. But you must be able to check because just because you are saying Jesus is Lord doesn't mean that they are in that mindset. They've grown beyond that. They want to know that Jesus is fire. That's the level. So they will look for a fire ministry and go and sit down there. So which means you must be able to streamline who your target market is. And number three is the fact that how will you make money from it consistently? Your ability to make money from it consistently. If you cannot be able to develop a model, remember we're still talking about model, on developing money from it consistently, then something is wrong. And one of the things in which I put here, I say without a business model, You are just guessing your way through sales. I'll repeat again. Without a business model, you are just guessing your way. Many businesses who have an idea, you sleep in the morning, you sleep at night, you wake up in the morning, you're like, no, I'm going to be $1 billion richer. You wake up in the morning on Sunday, you go to church, you make a confession. I'm rich, I'm blessed. God is opening the ways for me and stuff. But literally, your approach and your strategy of your business is zero. God is not a waster. He knows that the capacity, the model that guarantee for scaling, the model that guarantees investor to come into your business is not there. And literally, he's telling you now, as you are listening to me, go seek counseling or go consult someone who can help you build system and strategy. And that's where we come as AfriOne Network, for us to be able to help you put system. If you are within the Abuja metropolis and co, it's easy. You can be able to call the line on that you're seeing and you book an appointment for you to come, and we'll try our best for us to make sure that your business scale from where it is now. Or maybe you're a hustler and you want to get into the entrepreneurship space, your business get to that level. Hear me, it is possible if you are willing to pay the price. You know, somebody once said to me, paying attention is expensive. I say, how? He said, because you have to pay. And the guy said that, I laugh. He said, no, paying attention is very expensive. He said, because you have to pay. And the truth of it is the fact that nothing of value comes for free. So you must be able to understand that. And so let's look at few elements. I won't give everything so that you'll be able to understand that value doesn't come cheap. Let's look at few elements in terms of building a solid business model. The few elements you must consider. I think I'm just going to stay with just 5 of it. I think I have about 10 of it, but I'm just going to do 5 very quick. I'm not going to expand on all of this very particular stuff now so that I can be able to squeeze time and we'll then begin to pick your calls. And so, number one, in terms of some of the solid models you need to put is value proposition. What is the unique benefits that your customer can get from this very particular stuff? Your value proposition. What are you proposing? For example, we look at Dangote currently. I don't know, I just like Dangote, maybe because he's the richest black man. Mr. Luko Dangote, if you're listening to me, we need to meet, sir. I have called your name on my show too many times. I called your name on my show too many times. Maybe it's high time for you to come and fund us so that we can fund entrepreneurs and create systems. And so for Dangote, for example, you see one of the things when I was doing my research about him is the fact that he is pushing in terms of delivering affordable essential goods, in terms of delivering goods that are cheap. That is his target. And so, for example, I look at the petrochemical industry where he is playing currently. And at first, it was difficult for him to get the petroleum product. Then later on, it now becomes an issue where he was now trying to beat the price. And literally, the system literally fought him to the point that I was told now currently that he's trying to find a way again to still constantly beat the price, because why? For him, he just wants to make the price of product down. One also another business is called Jumia. For Jumia, one of the things I discovered is the fact that they just want to deliver online product faster. In South Africa, we call them take a lot. Take a lot in South Africa, literally, those guys, as they tell you they're coming by 4 p.m., they come by 2. And they are like that. And so because of that, it's easier for me to buy something on Take a Lot. It's easier. So the same thing also, you must be able to put your value proposition, the unique benefit that you provide that makes customer choose you over and over again. Even though you are a staff working in an organization, why will your boss want to call you all the time to do business with you? You must be able to put that into consideration. You must be able to put that into consideration, because it's the value that you bring on the table that will determine the traction you get on that very particular value. Number 2, quickly, who are your target markets? In terms of building a solid structure, you must be able to classify your target market. For example, currently now, you may not want to accept it. There is a huge gap because most of our women, they are currently women, female, girl, whatever you want to call them. But most of our working women, the female side of the man, I think if I say that way, it makes sense. At the moment, because of how the job and the entrepreneurship space is currently working at, they don't have time for them to spend in the kitchen. There is a need of delivering premium food to our women. I promise you'll be so shocked. When I discovered, I did a research about it about 2 weeks ago. In my mind, I'm thinking, I wish I can sell food. But I can't. There is a huge market gap because the women literally, I can tell you point blank in the office where we are, I think we're just 2 male, the rest are females. And so imagine, chances are they left home in the morning, they didn't cook for their loved ones. And they are going back probably later in the evening and stuff. They need to be able to get food to take it back home. because chances are they don't have the strength to stand at the kitchen again. Are you targeting those very particular people? You must be able to target people. You must. If we cannot see, an investor doesn't want to hear that you are meeting everybody's need. No. They want to see who are the target market, the sizable proportion of the market, indirectly the market size. How big is that market size? What is the proportion of that big market size you are targeting? If you cannot create a system around that very particular, no investors will come on. Let me say this. It is not the enemies of your father's house or the foundational problem that is causing that. It is literally your model and your system. Because one thing I've noticed with religion, it has made us to, instead of being responsible on what to do, we blame it on God, or we blame it that enemy is attacking us. There's no enemy. The enemy is your mind. Number three is, in terms of building your structure, what are your revenue streams? What streams have you put in place? Indirectly, what are all the ways that your business can earn more money? Hear me. I think somebody once called me and he was saying to me, we're looking for a funding of 1 million naira. And I said, for me, the first question I asked him, how do you make your money? To be very honest, the guy couldn't answer me. And I said to him, go and find out how you will make your money, then come back and let's talk. Because I'm not going to give you 1 million naira, then expect that you just say, no, you are passionate about it, and so I should give you 1 million naira. I think somebody once sent us a video on our group, and all the person was just doing was just standing, showing us stuff. And the next minute, we saw his face, nothing. And when I saw the invoice, because that's not a pitch deck, he sent an invoice. When I saw the invoice, he's asking for some 480,000 invoice, and I did not see who are his team, what is his target market, the value proposition is bringing, all the things that I need to say on the speech. There is nothing on its pitch deck, but yet he's asking for a 450,000. And I sent a message, so if I give you this money, what will you do? He said, no, I will go and see what I will do with him. I said, yeah, that's why many of us, and can I be honest, that's why many investors are tired at the moment for Nigeria. I tell you point blank, many investors are tired. Let me say this, an average Nigerian is smart. I will give that. They are smart. But the problem is we've not been able to build models, business, systems, and structure that will make investors look at us as a worthy investment person or investable business on ground. Number four, quickly, like I said, I don't want to expatiate on this. Number four, what are your distribution channels? What channels are you using to distribute your business? For instance, these services we are rendering now, one of our channels we're using is the mainstream, which is the radio side of things. The second channel we're using is online of things. And we have other channels that we're going to be using as we go along and stuff. If I ask you, what channel are you using to make your customer get to your product? And hear me, my channel must be different from your channel. We can't all be using one channel. Say no, for example, imagine somebody who is selling a shoe, for instance, and you say the only channel you want to use to sell your shoe or to deliver your shoe to the people is to deliver it via online. No, online is where you communicate. Delivering is you partnering with either some of this delivering agency to deliver your product to your end users. You must be able to give us a good channel. And finally, on this very particular point here, is the fact that what is the cost structure? All the expenses that are needed in running your business. Many of us, literally, we've not factored in all the expenses of running our business. We've not factored in it. As the money is coming, is going, is coming, is going, is coming. You can't track where the money is going. And by the time the months come to an end or the year comes to an end, when you look back, you then get disappointed that, okay, fine. Somebody once said to me, I look at my business, I see 10 million comes in and 10 million good. And I'm wondering, where did the 10 million comes in and how did 10 million even go out? I can't figure it out. And so because of that, I'm depressed. It happens. It happens. You have to factor it in. With that being said, I think let's just quickly look into this very particular side of things. For more information on that, you can definitely call the number on the screen and let's just get talking and help you package your business. And if you have any question around your business for now, you can throw us a call and we'll be able to attend to it, not pitch your business, but throw us a call. But let's look at type of business that are investable. See, the way you register your business determine if funders will come on. I promise you, just the legal side of things. The way you register it also matters if funders is going to come to your business. I know for us as Nigeria, we are street marketers. We like doing stuff, going to the street, immediately we sell, we bounce out, and that's it. But hear me, to get into the big players, to attract the big players, to attract the people who will need to buy your product, how you structure your business. For example, if your business is registered as a sole proprietorship, which means you own it 100% and you take all the risk.
investors will not come into that very particular business. Sole proprietorship business, they will not come. I see a lot of us register business as sole proprietor. I've asked for documents of some certain people. Few sent, majority did not send because they think that I don't know what you are thinking, but well, whatever you are thinking, that's your business. But at the end of the day, because they know that the structure is not on ground, so you must be able to understand that the type of business and how you register it also plays a major role. And hear me, if you are going to be asking people for money, please get your business registered. I'll say it again. If you are going to be asking people for money, get your business registered. Let it be registered. Get a business bank account. Get tax. Make sure you comply legally to the system and constitutions of your country. Do that. Number two type of business structure, which is common in Africa, is the fact that we have what we call partnership registration of business, which is two or more people. And then those two people share the burden and also share the profit. Number three, we have what we call the limited liability company. Now, the reason why let me say this, register your business as a limited liability company if you're looking for funding. You know why? That business is easily scalable. The ability for everybody to own up to the expenses of the company is very high. With limited liability company, indirectly, the structure of that company literally puts pressure on you delivering to the stakeholders who are part of your organization. So the best one, if you ask me, register your business as a limited liability company. Number four, we have what we call the cooperative registration, which is owned by members who shares the benefit. For example, South Africa, we call it Stockville. I don't know what you guys call it in Nigeria. I think it's called Esusu, something like that. Those ones whereby people come together. Esusu, right? Yeah, I see it. That's one of the bank who like using that. But in SA, we call it Stockville. Stockville is a cooperative kind of registration and stuff. And, there is money in Stockville. So. There is money in that thing. Funny enough, when I discovered a bit of a insurance company, that most insurance companies go to Stockfields, which is cooperative bank, for them to borrow money from cooperative bank to give to you at a high premium rate. So indirectly, you are the one paying the money back to them to go and give to the corporate organization. It's called the cooperative banks. The final kind of business registration you need to think of is what we call the public-private company. Now, this is for big and scalable business. But for you who is a startup, register your business literally as a limited liability company. And as you do that, begin to put system and structure in place. It is very important. Why does structure matters? You may want to ask yourself is number one, it shows credibility. It shows that you're not a fly-by-night business. It shows that you are here to stay. It shows the customer and the investor some certain level of trust. So you must be able to put structure in your business. Number two is access to funding. We are not against you asking for more money. And let me say this. If you want to get more investment in your business, I want to encourage you, please visit this website. It's known as invest.afrione.africa. Invest.afrione.africa. Now, on that very particular website, you can be able to give us to pitch your business properly. Tell us how much you need. Now, when you do that, you must be willing to be able to state the equity that you are willing to let go, or the what's called the profits that you are willing to let go. Now, the advantage of AfriOne Invest, the official website, is the fact that you can also crowdfund. So people can watch your idea. It's actually a video platform too, where you can also do a video listed there. And if you know that you don't have the resources for you to do a video, hear me, we as a consulting firm, we can help you to create a system for you to be able to do your videos, and we'll take care of from there. I think let me just pause here and just pick a call, and we'll come back and continue on this very particular one. Good afternoon and welcome to the Voice of the New Tribe.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing? Matthew.
Nigeria.
Ondo State, Nigeria. How are you doing, Matthew?
Yes, I'm very good, sir. I was the one that called about 2 days ago on Wednesday.
Oh, you are the ed guy.
Yes,
Okay.
EdTech platform.
The EdTech platform. Okay. Talk to me.
Yeah. So I'm just serving as a reminder of that time, and I also want to because I wasn't having enough time to explain the also wanted to give a little insight on this platform and the major question you asked about how we plan to end.
Yeah.
I think yeah. So
I like the fact you clear your throat. All right, shoot your shot.
Okay, thank you. So the platform majorly an AI powered platform,
Okay.
AI platform where you can come to learn. And then the AI has this kind of thing whereby you have your own personal tutor. So the AI serves as your personal tutor that
Okay.
can um, understand you like as a person and then gives you the response with respect to who you are.
Yeah.
So that's how that. So the AI understands who you are, understands the course you are taking. So it has been pre-trained. So and also for the earning aspect, the major way we earn is that we have some premium incentives on our site, and we also earn through the users who buy certification on our
Okay.
site. So the certification after you taking a course finish is just 5,000 naira. So for you to take a course, you're going to pay, but then if you take any course finish, you need to pay 5,000 naira to get the certificate. So that's the major reason.
So registration, from what I can get, registration is free, but getting your certificate, you take 5,000. I mean, you pay 5,000. Now, the question I want to ask you, from your own research and stuff, how sizable is that industry for you currently in Ondo State or in Nigeria? What's the market size of it? The market size of your business. What's the market size?
Okay. So this we are working hard.
Okay, your voice just went down literally.
Oh, I'm sorry. So basically, we're working at university. So we are taking the skills in a kind of university to university kind of way. So
Okay.
we started from Futa to and we've also extended. We are just extending currently to um Akunga University, University in Akunga. That's Adekunle Ajashi University.
Okay.
So and that's the way we are going. So we take an estimate of the total number of people in that university. For instance, we put about over 20,000. And then we look at, okay, so this is how we plan to get to this certain amount of people. We
Mm-hmm.
don't plan to capture the 20,000. We plan to capture at least 20% for any university we are going. We plan to train at least 20% of people there already. So in total, we just launched 2 months ago, like I said
Oh, you
earlier.
guys are still feeling you are 2 months old.
Yeah, we just launched 2 months ago.
I think you said that currently now you have over 1,000 people using your platform.
Yes, we have over 1,000 only from Twitter.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And
So
how is that going?
yes, um, from for the over 1,000 who are registered, we've had about 820 people who have enrolled for more than one course, and we'll be following up on them, and they are very active. We also have an AI powered system that helps us to check on all of them daily via WhatsApp and their email.
And I remember, I think you said that the 50,000 you're asking for is the fact that you want to use it for marketing.
Yes, we want to use it for marketing.
So now, if
So
you use it
that
for
has been
marketing,
our mission.
how do you structure your marketing system? Because I know that yes, currently now you're targeting university. There are a lot of people who might want to study. They are not in university. How then do you attract those people on your platform?
Okay, thank you. So the thing is, we are not only focused
No,
on sorry.
you just said that you guys focus on university.
Yes, yes, that's the main thing I want to explain now.
Okay, explain.
Right? Yeah. So the thing is, for now, we are focused on university. That's right. But why
Okay.
I said we are not only focused on university is because we are having a subsection inside the main Skype that focuses on secondary school students,
Okay.
senior secondary school students, to be precise. So the main Skype itself focuses on university students, but the subsection we also focus on people like who are not yet in university but are in something like the senior secondary school. Because most of the courses there, to be not to be real, young, very young people might not be able to really take those courses. So there are things that are
So it means your courses literally have a target market.
yes, we have a target market that's from 15 years to about 20 years old.
What is the criteria of joining your course online? Do they have to have a formal kind of education, or what's it called here? Is it matric? Why no matric? WAEC. WAEC. Okay, yeah.
So everything
So is there a way whereby you guys have a test version to test the people capacity before they enroll in any course?
Sorry?
Is there a system that tests the people's capacity for them to know if they can enroll in any course, or is just go sign up and go pick a course and you study?
There is an introduction video. So there is no test that you have to take before you sign up.
Okay.
But there's an introduction video you can watch just to get an overview of the course. If you can proceed. Before enrollment, there's an introduction video you can watch to know if you like the course. Like just to tell you everything you know.
All right. What's the name again? One more time.
My name is
Matt?
Matthew.
Peace Matthew. Okay. Thank you very much, Peace Matthew, for calling. And definitely we'll follow up with you. And then also just to see, you said you're calling from Ondo State. All right. Do me a favor. What's the website of your company?
Okay, the website is www.skyview.com.ng. Skyview, SKYBIN.com.
SKY.
SKYBIN.
So it's Sky Bill.
Yes, Skyview.
Sky Bill, SKYBIL.ng.
.com.ng.
Oh, .com.ng. All right. Thank you very much. And then we'll follow up with you. Thank you for calling. All right, still your voice on the new tribe, the AfriOne show. That is Matthew calling and making us to understand about this tech business. And for those of you who are watching us currently and you want to invest in this business, at the moment he's also seeking for a funding of 50,000 for him to be able to market his product. It's a 2-month-old product currently now, and so if you are interested in the edtech space and you feel that there's an opportunity for this young man who is in Ondo State, I want to encourage you, please and please, you can reach out to us. We have his contact information and also be able to link you up. If not so, you can actually visit his website, which is skybill.com.ng. Good afternoon and welcome again to the Voice of a New Tribe. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, sir.
All right, tell us where you're calling from and your name.
I'm Isaac Hussein. I'm calling you all the way from Kaduna State.
Kaduna State. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, talk to us.
Okay. I'm Isaac Hussein. Just as I mentioned, I am the CEO and founder of One Six Global Ventures.
CEO and founder of what?
We produce skincare cream for infants and adults.
Okay, wait. What's the name? What's the name of your company you are talking to first? CEO and founder of what company?
Hello, sir.
What is the name of your company?
One Six Global Ventures.
Okay, that's a lot.
Registered company.
All right. Okay, talk to us. So what are you guys into?
We are into skincare cream for infants and adults.
Okay.
Hair care cream, and we also sell virgin shea butter and virgin kernel oil.
Okay. All right. It looks as if there's a feedback. If you sell those things and co, so now you're calling the show. What are you looking forward to get from the show?
Okay. I'm calling out because I actually made I need to replace in some ways, but there's financial challenges because I find out that, hello, are you with me there?
I'm listening to you. You can talk. You are live. You can talk.
Okay, so, media, Pamparian, and share butter is all around my area. So I just began to reason, and something came up because I could remember back days in the university. I find out that a lot of people, many skincare and hair care cream products contain some harmful chemicals that have effect on consumer health environment.
Yeah.
Such as you can see some people have burnt skin and so on and so forth. That's why I feel okay. It would be a very good one for me to formulate a natural skincare cream or hair care that
As before we move forward, I know you said your company is registered. It's your company registered with NAFDAC.
No, sir. I'm still coming up. I'm a startup. It's only registered with CAC and Sweden. But I also have a chain down here in Lagos.
If you're a startup, how long has your business been operating?
I started 2023, then registered in 2024. But I'm still at startup level because there are some things I need, but I won't be able to afford it because of financial issue like that.
Have you
So
have
I'm
you
still
done have
trying.
you done any production of this skincare product at the moment?
Yes, I've produced it. The people within my community are using it.
So if you have done some of the productions and they are using it currently, how is the buying power of the people within your community?
Please, can you come again, sir?
How is the buying power? How much do you sell your product? Do you do sales and you deliver your product?
Okay, what I do is some people come directly to me at them to buy, people who already know me, and I also go to some medical this store. They sell you skincare beauty products, so I sell it to some of them who decided to
Do you have any store? Do you
uh,
have any store at the moment that has your product on their shelf?
yes, I have a store. There's one Zara store because she sells natural things like that. So Zara store has my product there.
All
The
right. I
Zara
think
store is within my company.
this is what's going to happen so that it's easier. Skincare products, it's, I think, because it's a sensitive industry. What you're going to do for me, you're going to do what you call a presentation of your business and make us understand what level your business is, how many customers do you have in your business, the target market of the people you are looking into, who are the people that are buying your product currently. And you said to me that you have a store currently now that is using your product. If possible, let us know the store. Then at the end of your presentation, let us know how much you are looking for and what do you want to do with the money. It will be easier that way. Obviously, the organization you call that you have registered with, please let us know those company you've registered with, just for the sake that we do not want to invest in something that tomorrow will come and also bite us for investing in something that is not legally compliant. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
So do all of that very particular what you call packaging. Send it to us. The email currently is available on the screen where you are watching us from, and you can use the email to get to us. Is that okay?
Okay, so when do I send the presentation, sir?
You can send it to the email. If you're on the WhatsApp group, my team will post the email address, which it shows at
That's
afrione.africa.
good, sir.
Yeah, my team will post the email address to on that very particular platform, and you can use that to give us a call. I mean, to send your proposals.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, still your voice of the new tribe. I think let's clear this one out because it's quite interesting. Please and please, if you know you are in a sensitive market, I want to encourage, please make sure that you do your compliances properly before you call, because at the end of the day, we also don't want to support something that will be of a problem to us. I think I remember one of the team who called, and my team went to visit a person. He's into poultry business. And one of the things he was conscious of is the fact that he wanted something for his chick, which is medicinal, and he was conscious about the fact that he doesn't want to produce something that will be harmful to the community. So skincare, anything that will be consumable, please, I beg you, do your necessary research. If you know you don't have NAFDAC and all of those things, please, it's fine. Let us know so that we know the extent at which we can push our support to you. But this is a sensitive country, and I also need to be careful. So that's the thing there. So the number it's on the screen. You can take advantage of it and call us, and let's get talking on this very particular segment right here on. So we've just finished talking about the whole concept. Let me pick this one more call. Then I still have about a few minutes. I think my team they make sure that I can see it properly. They are laughing at me now. Hello, welcome to Voice of the New Tribe Online.
Good afternoon, everyone, family.
Good afternoon, my family. How are you doing?
I'm fine, sir. That is what, sir. It's a joy
Joy.
Joy is still is from Masaka.
Okay, Joy from Nasaka. Massacre. What? Massacre. Okay, the line went off. You know why I'm laughing? That it was sound. I'm like, massacre. What are you massacring? So please, you were talking to somebody who literally he's when you pronounce something, it triggers something on my head immediately. So John, you can call back if you're watching and stuff. So my people would explain better what the massacre you're talking about means, if it's a place, because that was scary for me at that very particular point in time. So as we begin to bring our thought to a close, good afternoon and
Hello,
welcome
sir.
again. Hello.
I'm the one calling back, sir. Joy is still is from Masaka, sir.
Okay, Joy from Massacre. All right, talk to us.
Yes, sir. They start making lady. I called the other time when
Oh,
they
the
came.
bag making lady. I remember you
Yes,
very well.
sir.
I
Yes,
remember you
sir.
very well. Okay,
Well done, sir.
I'm
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Okay. I remember that we were supposed to give you a call. So permit us to be able to finish properly. And we'll give you a call and also to get to understand your business properly and see between you and the other people who've called in who is going to be the recipient
Okay, sir.
of this.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Yes, sir.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
that.
You're welcome. All right. I think just to make sure that I beat my time that I'm currently looking at. And so let's look at what are the action plans for all of you who are listeners. The action plan you need to take in terms of, like I said to you before I say something about the action plan, please hear me. Every business can be scalable. Every business can shift from being a hustler into a structured business. But you must understand two things that are very important. Number one, your business model. Number two, your business structure. Now, the model is a different ball game, and the structure is also a different ball game. And so, between now and you scaling your business, if you know that you still trying to understand and you need some level of assistance, please, I want to encourage you. Call us on the number that is currently available on the screen and definitely book an appointment for you to come in. Like I said, it's going to be a paid consulting. I know from this side of Africa where I stay, a lot of people find it difficult and paying. And I want to encourage payment is very good because if you don't pay for services rendered to you, you will not value the product that they give you. So because of that, if you know you are not going to pay, do me a favor, don't call. As simple as that. Yep. The freebies we can do is what we're doing currently now on the online version of things. But for us to be able to provide a solution for your business, and hear me, the solution for a person who is doing property is different from the solution of a person who is doing food business. So also different from a solution for a person who is doing media like my kind. So you must understand that if you really want to get the best of what you are doing, Nigerians, hear me, consult. And when you're going for consulting, don't expect them to say, no, but can't you do it for us for free? No, they can't do it. And also to all consultants like my kind, please put pricing in your product. Otherwise, we're encouraging some certain level of laziness in the life of some of these entrepreneurs who really don't want to pay for value that they are getting. So as we begin to bring our thought to a close with a few 10 minutes I have left, the action plan for you as a listeners is what do you do? Is number one, define your business model. Indirectly, as you define your business model, the question you need to ask yourself, what am I selling? Who am I selling to? And how am I bringing money into the business? So you must define your product by these three: the what, the who, and the how. If you don't know how to draft those very particular things, that's where you need to consult. Number two is to find out, write it down. Don't just keep it on your head. Write it down. Have a book somewhere. Write something that is in your mind and stuff because just you keeping it on your head is not enough. The investors will not look at your head, they want to see it on paper. Many of us have great investment in our head or great business idea on our head, but it's not seen on paper. Even the Bible said it clearly. It said, write the vision, make it plain. So that those, now that scripture that I love so much, this is where many people are missing it. The Bible says, write it down, make it plain. It says, so that those who will read of it will pick what is theirs and run from it. An investor want to read. They don't just want to hear you say. They want to see the business. They want to see the money coming in and how you spend and all of those very particular things. So by just having a vision and dreaming and coming to disturb us with your dream, like Joseph, you never can tell. We may throw you on the pit because we don't want to hear you disturb us about your dream. Write it down. The reason why Joseph was able to meet Pharaoh is because from the process of being a dreamer at 17 and the process of him being at 30 a prime minister of a nation, is the fact that he has learned and mastered how to write it down. And when he was giving a proposal to Pharaoh, he was giving him a well-structured proposal that Pharaoh looked at it and said, "This one can deliver my people." The same way an investor, a partner, want to see and say, "This one is the business I want to do." So number two, you write it down. Number three, register your business. Please, I beg you, Nigerians, register your business. And for you to register your business, two business you must be willing to register. Register as a limited liability company with the intention of making sure that people can buy shares from you. And also you can register it as a corporate, whereby understanding that, okay, you want to scale the business. Don't go and do sole proprietorship. I will not knock your door. Because at the end of the day, there is no chance for anybody to add into that business. For those of you who've registered as a sole proprietorship, please call your CAC guys. I don't know how you, I think it's called CAC in Nigeria. Yeah, CAC. And for those of you in South Africa, it's called CIPC. So please call your CAC guys or your CIPC guys, change from just a sole proprietor to now a limited liability company, a private company or whatever, just to be able to attract people to come into your business. Number four, separate your business account from your personal account. I said this before and I'll say it again. I have somebody who is currently looking at me and talking and begging me for investment and stuff. And I was asking, do you have a banking, what you call, account for your business? He said, no. How do you manage what is coming and what is going out? It's a question that he looks as if I am the enemies from his father's house. But it's a question that I need to get. Separate your business from your personal account. So go register your business and use that registration to open a bank account. I've seen a lot of people whereby sometimes when I'm paying them something, especially company, and I see that by the time they give me the account, I'm seeing their name. It's okay, they've offered services, I have no choice and stuff. I just have to do it. But hear me, such people cannot be able to attract funding. It's a bitter truth, but I have to say it. Number five, document your progress. Indirectly, from the order taking to the delivery, document. From the people who walks into your door and the people who you are going to deliver to. Now, let me say this. Most of us literally, we've lost a lot of clients from those who literally walk into our door and not do business with us. The problem with us in terms of customer satisfaction is we don't call those very particular clients and ask them, "Oh, I'm just calling up to follow up. I know that you came into my business. You wanted to do 1, 2, and 3. I hope there is something we could do to make sure that you come back and do business again. Can you please talk to us?" Sometimes you may be shocked the feedback you can get from those who doesn't do business with you. You'll be shocked. It's either maybe your frontliners are not professional enough to give them the information, or maybe there is something about that very particular product they listen to somebody, the usability of it, the delivery process, the ability for you to answer the call, make them understand the product, the value that the product. There's a lot of things that will make a client not buy something from your hand. All of those. The reason why I say document your progress is the fact that as they call in, do you do a follow-up? That's why for us as AfriOne Tribe, we try to make sure that whether we give you, you win or not, we document and capture it, because one day all of this will make you come back and do business with us. So document your progress, please and please. And for those of you who document, take one day out, tell your staff, today we are calling all the people who have called us about this, our product and services that we're rendering. Let's find out. You are not forcing them to buy your product. You are only trying to get information about why they are not buying from you so that you can improve in your business and also present a customer satisfaction. Because if your customers are fine, they can come back again. I've said it last time and I'm going to say it again. The average Nigerian business is literally one client away from being broke. Because why? You just get that client, you want to sniff out everything from that very particular client, and the client can't come back again to buy business from you. If your client cannot buy from you for more than 2 times, you really don't have a business. You know why you go buy those Gucci products? The Gucci, the Ferragamo, the Chanel and stuff is because they have sustained some intelligence that brings you back all the time. I have a couple of my friends and stuff where I know too well, they will never use any kind of phone apart from iPhone. And yet iPhone will keep producing. iPhone can just put a red dot on the iPhone Pro Max 18 Pro, just a red dot. They would keep their 17 Pro Max, go for that red dot. Because why? It's about value. It's about value. A dot. As I'm talking, people are looking at me, they're laughing. But it's true. Yeah, I've checked those. I'm like, these people are scamming us. I think I remember there was it was an iPhone. I think it was iPhone, the iPhone 4, 14 or 15. iPhone 15, no, iPhone 15, yes. I looked at iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Pro Max. The funny thing is the size. Nothing. Same feature, same stuff. And I'm thinking, what the hell is this? But just that this one is big, this one is small. But guess what? You buy it. Finally, start small, think scalability. Do you hear what I say? Start small, think scaling. If you can't think scaling in your business, hear me, you don't have any business. If you want to play of being small, so let me see. No, I have to read it because whatever you are writing there, you can bring it. It's fine. You are edit. So what do you say? That your writing is not even. Can you say? Okay. Oh, they say I should use harsh word. I'm live and stuff. Okay, no. For those of you who feel as if I'm harsh, I apologize. But nonetheless, the truth has to be said. Finally, please start small. Think scalability. Think scaling. As you think scaling, know too well that that is where you'll be able to attract funding. With that being said, I've come to the end of this very particular segment. If you have a question you want to ask, please feel free to ask us. Feel free to call us. Feel free to let us know where your business is currently at. We want to make sure that at least we help you grow. Hear me. If your business will shift, like saying it to my team and everyone that is interested in knowing growth, your business can only grow to the level of your thinking as the owner of the business. If your thinking is small, your business will be small. If your thinking is big, your business will be big. And for your business to be big in terms of thinking, you must be able, like we've just said, the business model you put on the table and the business structure you have on the table. These two literally would be what your business will use to move on. With that being said, we'll be going out on a short break, farming a small break for us to go pay the bills. And we'll come back also and begin to close this very particular segment right here on the AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe. I still have a few minutes to go, but let's just go pay the bills and we'll come back and continue the conversation.
Hello, family. Are you looking for you to invest in the property currently now in Abuja, Karishi? This is an opportunity for you to get a 400 square meter of property, which is going for 700,000 naira right here in Karishi. And so for you to be able to enjoy this very particular promo, I want to encourage you for you to use my promo code, which is the Afropolitan Apostle, and you will get a 50,000 naira discount on the first 10 people that will be buying this very particular product. If you are not located in Nigeria, or probably you are outside of Nigeria and you want to be able to participate on this, please, I want to encourage you. I want you to use the number that is currently on the screen for you to call the office and tell them that you want to use the promo code, and they will do everything possible in making sure that you get your land. And so with that being said, what you will get when you buy the property from Ethan Gold Estate is, number one, you will get your deed of assignments, you will get your power of attorney, and currently the land already has what we call the R of O, which is known as right of occupancy. So which means it's 100% secured investment, 500% return on your investment if you are willing to keep your land and making sure that at the end of the time you have good returns in your investment. Remember, if you are doing this investment and you want to buy the land, it's going currently now for 700,000. But if you use my promo code, which is known as the Afropolitan Apostle, you then get 50,000 discount from that. Why must you invest? It's the fact that it's a fast-growing environment. It's literally 15 minutes from the Khartoum main town, so which means a lot of development is currently happening in that space. People are fast moving to that very particular area, and from what I gather and visiting that very particular place, literally limited space available. So literally this product is first come, first serve. And I want to say this, at Ethan Gold Estate, we are good at marketing your product, making sure that your investment for product blossom and you get good return in your investment. We also advise you on the terms of investment to do when it comes to property. And maybe for you watching this, you have a land or a house you want to sell, I want to encourage you. Why don't you talk to Ethan Gold Estate, and they'll be able to facilitate a good deal with you and to get your product out there. Always remember, Ethan Gold Estate is a proud sponsor of the AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right. right, family, we are back again on this very particular final segment. I'm laughing here because my team are busy making sure that I close this thing. But family, hear me. In case if you want consulting, please, you can use the number that is currently available on the screen. And for those of you who literally wants to do land banking business, and please understand that for those of you at diaspora community watching me, you have an opportunity for you to own a space of a land in the heart of the Federal Capital Territory, which is Abuja, in between Abuja. That's that name they call there. I've forgotten the name. But hear me, we will try as much as possible from our side as AfriOne. You can literally get the land for 650,000 naira, knowing too well that I, the Afropolitan Apostle, I have also contributed a 50,000. You guys call me the 50K guy. So which means using my promo code as the Afropolitan Apostle, you get a 50,000 naira discount in buying it. But if you go straight to them, you buy for 700,000. The choice is yours. With that being said, I'll see you next week on Wednesday at the Armed Forces Radio 107.7 at exactly 7 p.m., which is going to be at Asokoro, Abuja. And also on Friday we'll be back again for another edition on this very particular conversation where we'll still be talking about business and scalability, how to attract investors. I think somebody was asking me now is the fact that how do we prepare our pitch deck? I'll try as much as possible to explain that to you properly next week, so that your pitch deck can literally be found. I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle, known as Darlington Steve. I'll see you on the subsequent production. Please, if you have any question you want to ask us, you can comment on whatever platform you're using to watch us currently now. And at the same time, you can call the number that is currently available beneath my name on this very particular broadcast. And my team, wonderful team, they'll be able to get all your information and making sure that at least you get served properly. Thank you so much to my wonderful producer and all the team behind the scene who make sure that this very particular broadcast is going well. I appreciate you all. I'll see you again next week for another amazing time. Bye for now, and know too well that this is our continent. We need to make something out of it. Otherwise, nobody will do it for us. I love you all. Peace.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne Show, voice of the new tribe.